Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'll be giving you a full analysis of CCIV stock and Palantir stock. And then by the end of the video, I'll give you my opinion on which stock I think will give you the best returns. So stay tuned, watch the whole video to get the maximum value. So what is CCIV? CCIV is a unique type of company. It is a blank check company or a SPAC company, a special purpose acquisitions company. So CCIV does not own any assets or make any revenue. Their strategy is to get listed onto the stock exchange, raise funds in the stock market through their IPO, and then use these funds to buy and merge into another innovative company. And then the funds given to these innovative companies will be used by those innovative companies to further develop, launch their product and sell their product and run that company's operations. And CCIV is special because this is the fourth time that Churchill Capital has done this, and this time it is buying and merging with a very special company, Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is a very hyped and speculative company because it is an electric car company, and it is a possible challenger to the Tesla. And so the performance of CCIV stocks is going to be very dependent on how Lucid Motors will perform in the future. If Lucid Motors does well, CCIV will do well. And if it does bad, then CCIV will do bad. So CCIV is basically Lucid Motors. Now let's have a look at some of the data relating to CCIV. The current share price of CCIV is $24.46. Their 52-week range is $9.60 to $64.86. So in 1 year, it had grown by 6x. But as you can see in the current stock price, it means that it has dropped from its all-time highs. And if we look further, it has a current market cap of $6.3 billion because it has raised a lot of money in its IPO, and people are still bidding up the share price even though it has no assets or revenue yet. There's no PE ratio because there's no earnings. There's no dividends because there is no earnings. And so there's no earnings, no revenue, as I have mentioned previously when I was talking about a blank check company. On December 30th, 2020, CCIV reported a negative $2 million earnings before EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, amortization, depreciation. So they're currently losing money, which is normally expected in tech companies. Now we look at the analysis chart in Yahoo. There is no recommendation by analysts because they haven't analyzed these stocks apparently. Now let's have a look at the latest news surrounding Lucid Motors, surrounding CCIV. The latest article surrounding CCIV is written by Investor Palace, and the title is Churchill Capital IV stock price might soon stabilize, because as I mentioned just now, the stock price started at 10, it went up to 60, and now it's back at 20. And so what this article says is that currently the stock market is favoring two electric car companies, Tesla and NIO. Tesla has returned 600% in the last 12 months, while NIO has returned 1,560% in the last 12 months. And so the article says that the market is looking for a third favorite electric car company, which could be CCIV. The article also talks about how this drop in price to around $20 could signify an opportunity for you to buy in the dips, because this could be a company that would be great to hold for the long term. Management at Lucid Motors hope that their first vehicle, Lucid Air, will be ready to sell in this year. And the CEO, which is a former Tesla executive, CEO Peter Rawlinson, he is optimistic about the sales because the preliminary sales were already amazing in his opinion. And also the CEO of Lucid Motors is following the strategy of Tesla to sell premium products at high margins in order to earn large profits, in order to use those projects to fund its other products. Like for example, Tesla, they first created Tesla Model S with high margin, and with those profits they were able to fund other projects like the Tesla Model 3. And Lucid Motors is following this same strategy, hoping that it will work for them as well. The article goes on to talk about how Lucid Motors is currently building their first stage factory to build these high-end vehicles, and they expect that this factory will be able to produce 34,000 vehicles in a year, but they hope that in the next few years they will be able to scale the amount of vehicles produced to 400,000 vehicles per year. Well, the author of the article also says that there's no metric for him to determine the value of the company or how well the company will do. However, we should also pay attention to the SPAC partner. The CEO of Capital Churchill is a very experienced CEO and is a veteran in Wall Street. he has funded several successful SPACs. He has not funded, but he has created several successful SPACs. And then to conclude his article, he said that we will be able to determine how well Lucid Motors will do. Will Lucid Motors meet people's expectation by how well the early customers enjoy their product? If they enjoy the products well, then it could be a possible competitor of Tesla. However, if the first customer experience is horrible, then maybe this was just all speculative, and CCIV and Lucid Motors is actually a company that cannot rival Tesla, and Tesla is still the best option. The next stock that we will have a look at is Palantir. Palantir, if I were to sum it all up, I would say that it is a data analytics company. On Palantir's website, they said that companies have data that could make their company more prosperous, more efficient. However, companies do not utilize their data well, and so Palantir creates and sells software that integrates these data and help bring these data to the right people in order to utilize these data well, in order to make the right decisions and right choices all into one platform. The current trading price for Palantir is $23.27. Its 52-week range is from $8.90 to $45, which is around a 5x increase. However, Palantir stock has crashed from its all-time highs, and the current market cap for Palantir is $42.40 billion. In 2020, Palantir reported a revenue of $1 billion, which is a 40% increase from 2019, which was only around $700 million. However, their expense was around $2 billion, which leaves their final earnings, EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, at a negative $1 billion as well. So they lost a lot of money as well. For Palantir, analysts do have recommendations for this stock. For the month of April, 2 analysts recommended people to sell Palantir stock. In terms of recommendation rating, Palantir gets a 3.3 rating, which is between a hold and an underperform, which means analysts think we should hold or sell it off because it will underperform. It's between those two, not a buy. It's not a stock that is good to buy and hold. Instead, it's either hold or sell it because it might underperform. And also, analysts also set a price target of $27, and the current price is $23.27, which means there's about a 16% upside to this stock. And now for the latest news surrounding Palantir stock. In a recent article by Smarter Analysts, their article title is that Palantir Technologies wins 89.9 million contract and shares have gained because of that. So Palantir Technologies has secured an $89.9 million contract from the National Nuclear Security Administration for 5 years, and because of this, the Palantir stock increased by 1.6% on Monday. Palantir Technologies will act as the platform for the NSSA SAFER project, which stands for Safety, Analytics, Forecasting, and Evaluation Reporting. SAFER is the proposed platform that will integrate data and allow the NNSA to measure the health of the organization's safety programs. As a result, the NNSA staff will be able to track, trend, query, and analyze safety metrics from different sites across the country. In a Q4 conference call with Palantir, Palantir has mentioned that the average revenue per user has increased by 41% year over year to $7.9 million. Furthermore, for its top 20 customers, the average revenue is $33 million. The article ends off by saying that analysts still recommend people to sell this stock. And now for my final thoughts on which stock I think we should buy between Palantir and CCIV. If we were to compare these two stocks, they are quite similar earn day. They both are very hyped, and so they have in the past 12 months, they have increased in their share price by 5 times or 6 times. And now they both have both of their share price have dropped by nearly 50%, and so they're both at a low price, which could be an opportunity for us to buy their dip. But if we had to choose between one, let's try to analyze which one is better. If we look at Palantir, they have a track record of growing their revenue year over year. As mentioned in the article, their average revenue per customer has increased by 40% year over year. And as we can see in the latest article, they're able to find new customers for their business, sign new contracts worth millions of dollars. And now if we were to look at Lucid Motors, we can just see that they keep on spending more money to run their operations. They had to merge with another company in order to raise money to fund their operations again. CCIV has not launched their product yet. keep on saying that they are going to launch their product soon, and they have not earned any money yet. We do not know how customers will react to their product when they actually use it. And so we have no idea how customers will actually feel towards this product once they have it. I would say that CCIV is even more speculative than Palantir. Now, if we were to look back at Palantir, Cathie Woods even supports Palantir. That's actually one of the reasons why Palantir is popular nowadays, because Cathie Woods is a very famous, popular investor. So in conclusion, I think the stock that will increase the most in the upcoming future would be Palantir, because Palantir has a track record for increasing their revenue. They're able to find new contracts and earn more revenue. They also have a famous legendary investor that backs them and supports them and believes in their vision. On the other hand, Lucid Motors is all just hope and speculation that it will sell well when Lucid Motors start selling their products. But there's some stuff that are hyped before they are launched, and once they are launched, there's only a small customer base that uses that product. For example, I'm also in the gaming community, or I was in the gaming community, and we can see that there's so many companies saying, oh, we will beat Fortnite, But in the end, Fortnite is still the top battle royale game. And so I think this could be the case for Lucid Motors. We will have to see. Yep, that's the end of the video. I hope I'm right, and I hope you like the video. And if you do, please like and subscribe.